They're jumping out here. They're jumping out here. Ooh, I just turned the camera. I don't know if you caught any of that or not. He's jumping out of there. Hey everyone, this is Jerry with Big Dreams Little Homestead. Look where we are. Look at this. This is not even a mile from my house right here. Look at that water. We got some folks fishing over here. Hopefully they catch something. But guys, you know, I think I'm gonna go down here, hopefully not slip and bust my butt. I'm gonna get my feet wet. Ooh, that water's warm. Look at that. What? Guys, I want to talk about water's warm. I like it when it's cool. I can't believe how quickly this world has deteriorated over the past couple years. You know, I've been thinking a lot. I got plenty of time to think, so that's a good thing. But I've been thinking a lot about 2020. And I've been thinking about the fact that in 2020, I woke up in ways that I have never woken up before in my whole life. 2020 was a very pivotal year for me. And I'm a man that spends quite a bit of time thinking where others just react. I do a lot of thinking. Always have. That's just the way I'm built. And so I think about consequences. I think about cause and effect. I think about what's behind the surface of things rather than just accepting things as they're handed to me. That's not my way. And so 2020 for me was an eye-opener that everything that had gone before was for this time. That I was built for this time. And I know this is a homesteading channel, Big Dreams, Little Homestead. And I've shown y'all what I have done, what I've done in the midst of all this chaos and confusion that continues to ravish this world. I have shown you that I produce my own electricity, that I capture my own water, that I have anywhere between 3 and 5 years worth of firewood to stuff into that tiny wood stove, Dwarf 5 kW. Love that stove. Can't wait to crank it up for you guys, because I love it. You know, it makes, you know, as we throw the wood in there, we can foil up some sweet potatoes or some potatoes and throw it in there. We bake right on top of the thing. We just put things in bread loaf pans and a little foil on top. It acts as an oven. You can cook all manner of things that way that you would normally cook in a stove. And we're going to show you those videos too, because I want to really highlight that stove for those that are thinking about getting it and those that own it but maybe don't know all the tricks. I want to show you what we learned over the winter with that stove. So those videos are definitely coming. But what I want to talk about today is how quickly this world has devolved into a place where things are whispered because they can't be spoken aloud. People are beginning to use code words when they speak to their friends and their family, because you can't just openly say the things that you want to say. And what really bothers me the most is how many people are still fast asleep. They have no idea that anything's going on, anything untoward whatsoever. They just are going about their days, going about their lives, while I was getting my land, while I was building the infrastructure that we rely on every day. We've lived out there for a year now, and every time we build something, it gets a little bit better. You know, the hoop house is a little bit delayed right now, simply because we don't have the plastic to put on it. We've got everything to build the structure itself, short of a few nails. But I mean, that's a box of those. Who knows what that is? That's not very much. So we're kind of in limbo right now. That's why you're not seeing a lot of projects. You will. We've got a lot of ideals. So, you know, when things materialize, then you will definitely see those videos. But it reminds me of the time in the mid to late 30s and the conflict that went on in the 40s. The things that we're seeing remind me of those times. There were people screaming to the high heavens, "Wake up!" But nobody was listening. Nobody had time. They were all too busy. Had far too much to do. And they didn't even have smartphones. They didn't even have televisions. They didn't even have all the distractions. And yet they were still find themselves distracted by whatever it was. I don't know at that time. I think the struggle that we have is the struggle in the mind. And what that struggle is people struggle with the concept that humanity could possibly be that evil. People struggle with that in their minds. I have seen evil in this life. Truly, I have. I have walked in places and around people that made your skin crawl. The level of evil. Literally. When you're faced with people who have that level of evil, your body is repulsed. But I think through social media and other platforms, people have this illusion of humanity. Ooh, I just saw one jump. Or I heard one jump. People have had the wool literally pulled over their eyes. And it saddens me because I know what's coming. If you turn on your news and you actually paid attention to the things that you've already been told, see, that's how they got us. They drop some news on us, it plays for a cycle, and then you never hear about it again. Oh, that's done. The things that we've already been told have happened. The livestock that have been destroyed for one reason or another, couldn't get it to market, sickness and diseases, the avian flu, the swine epidemic in China, the container shortages, all these things, they all add up. And just because it's not in the news cycle today doesn't mean we're not going to feel the consequences. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is What will it take for some of these people to wake up? Or is it that they are awake and they just don't know what to do about it? I've shown you what I'm doing. I'm showing you what I have done. We have plans, but plans are just plans until they materialize. We can survive. We have enough food to survive several years. And that's not even counting the seeds that we have no intention of cracking out this season. They'll be for next season or the season after that. We are going to harvest the acorns from our oak tree. Although we're not in a position right now where we need to do that. We're going to do it merely to learn how to do it. We need to get the solar dehydrator set up so that we can dehydrate them once we get the tannins leached out of the acorn. So these are projects that are coming up that we're going to be working on. I'm not the kind of person that can sit around and see evil and not speak on it. That's not my way. So I'm asking all of you to leave me a comment down below and let me know what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're planning, what it is that you see, what it is that you've told to your loved ones, that you've reached out and told to those you care and love. What are you doing to inform people? Because even right now, I'm being very careful about the words I use because I have to be. And it saddens me because that's not my nature. My nature is to scream as loud as I possibly can, and I have done that. And I still do that today. I'll leave a link from my TikTok for those of you that are interested, that want to hear me speak a little more freely. I'll leave a link in the description for this video to my TikTok. I also have got BitChute. I'll leave a link there for my BitChute. And so that way you can hear what it is that I'm talking about, what it is that I'm trying to relay to you in a format that is acceptable or not. I guess we'll find out, won't we? But guys, seriously, we live in a world of zombies. Literally, we do. They're just going about the usual cycle, whatever that is for them. Whatever they're told, they'll just comply. And it doesn't matter how far the next step goes, because they're bought in, they're sold in. And they can't start now. They can't start resisting because they're too far gone. They're sold in. They've got their mortgages to think about. They've got their credit card debt to think about. They've got their loved ones. They've got their children in college. Whatever it is. I'm telling you. This is real. They're telling you. This is real. They are implementing systems that look very much like the systems we had in the 1930s and 40s in Europe and other places. And I'm reminded of all those people, unsung heroes, that stood and cried out to the world and said, "Wake up, get out, get out." And we still have those voices today. I'm one of them. I know a lot of them. I know a lot of those voices. But we need to recognize that sooner or later, those voices are going to be silenced. And they will no longer be able to speak. You may not hear about it. You may just know that that voice is no more out here. They're jumping out here. They're jumping out here. Ooh, I just turned the camera. I don't know if you caught any of that or not. He's jumping out of there. I had just turned the camera right before he jumped. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, man. You know, you sit and you look at this beauty, and it's easy to get mesmerized by it. It's easy to get lulled to sleep. It makes a lot of sense to come out here, back to nature, back to the ways that we were designed for as humanity. We're not designed to live in cities. We're designed to live here in nature where the fish are jumping. Of course, these fish, you can't eat these fish. You can't eat these fish. They're toxic with heavy metals. These fish will kill you stone dead. So that's why you will never see me out here with a fishing pole. You will never see me out here capturing these fish just to release these fish, because I don't capture fish to release. I capture fish to eat. And I was lucky enough to have grown up in Texas, where all our lakes are not natural. They're all man-made, and therefore they're all clean. But this lake here, you can't eat anything out of this lake, and that's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing what's been done. I won't take that upon myself because I didn't do it. And those that did will never be held accountable. I won't personalize that, like we're told to personalize the destruction of the earth, when in reality the people in control, the people who run everything, they're the ones that hide and secretly cover up the dastardly deeds that have brought us to a place where you can't eat fish out of this beautiful water. He's alive, he's jumping, but he ain't gonna be any good for you. Yeah, the people who've done that, rest assured they've not paid a price, but we're expected to pay a price with our very lives, with our very ability to breathe. They want to cut that off. They want to cut off humanity's existence. Well, only certain humanity now. We got to have limits, because there has to be the controllers here watching over the earth, as they have been doing now for hundreds of years, been taking good care of the earth and its population. Yeah. Yep. Just like they're doing now. Just like they're doing now. When the lies become the truth and the truth become lies, yeah. This is where we live in right now. And to call it any other thing and to speak on any other thing, I feel like I would be culpable. And I'm not going to stand before my Maker and explain how I covered up, how I hid what was obvious to everyone, if they only had eyes to see, if they only had ears to hear. I'm hoping that there's still some people that are on the fence, that have ears to hear. And you might say to yourself, this is a homesteading channel. What in the world are you talking about? Get on to building something, fella. Get on to homesteading. Where's your chickens? Not ready to have chickens yet. Well, where's your this and that and that other? Click. Bye. Oh, oh man. Oh man, who has time to play? Really? Who has time to play? Because I don't. I don't and I won't. Yes, I will show you what we've done. Yes, I will show you our homestead. I will show you our projects. But I will also show you the world that's encompassing us, surrounding us, and coming for us. To do otherwise would be a fool's errand. And my mama didn't raise no fool. And I hope your mama didn't raise no fool either. Because it's time for us to stand up and simply say, no, 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 no. So guys, I really appreciate everyone that came and listened to this rambling affair. And I apologize, but I don't. Because this is how I feel. And I've been thinking for the past 2 days, what can I talk about? What project can I do? And I'm sorry, but this is the project. This is the topic. And it's going to be the topic. So those of you that want to walk with me and see where this goes, I appreciate it. All you that follow, like, and subscribe. And like I said, I'll leave my TikTok and my BitChute links in the description. And I will catch y'all next time. Peace.